You mentioned that you had all these different companies that you were kind of naming off. And so I'm curious, what was it about real estate that helped it to stick? Was it pretty quick that you realized, hey, this is going to work? Or did you have to kind of fail at that as well? And then eventually it started to click, down the road? Or how did that look?
I don't think it was that I was super interested in it. I don't think it was that I think I'll do well at it. I think it was just kind of like the next thing that I was heading towards at that point. Just had been trying. And then honestly, I got into reading books when I was like 26 years old. I finally started reading books for the first time. And then I kept seeing the word like real estate in there, like periodically, randomly, like built my wealth, did this, did that, did this, did that. And then I read the Rich Dad Poor Dad book, like a lot of people have. And then it was like, that's pretty cool. And then saw HGTV. And I think it was just this multitude of different things. And I was in medical sales, and a guy lived here in St. Louis, and he was in medical sales too. He sold for Stryker, I sold for Cardinal. We were orthopedic reps, and I got introduced to him through a friend. And he was like, you should check, this stuff out as well. And so just kind of started seeing things in different areas. And then, got interested, got into a coaching program immediately. Mike, our mutual friend, within that was teaching people back then. He launched a program for vets, and he was taking on 10 vets, and I was in security forces as a civilian though, but he still let me in. Man, we just took it, screwed it up for 3 years, trying to wholesale and flip. Man, and it was like, I never could actually make the money. I kept pushing the profits down the road forever. Then I found creative finance. And then I was able to start holding correctly, getting the financing done correctly, because we buy a lot of sub-2 now. And so I've got 2 and 3. All I want is 2 and 3% debt now. Give me $1 billion at that debt, and we can do just fine with it. He really changed my life. And then I've met other mentors since that have just had a profound impact on what I want to do, in real estate. Because once it hits a certain point in here, it's just like, well, now what actually fills your cup? Like, is it making more money? Probably not. It's T-ball, it's church, it's faith, it's that stuff.